Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, I just finished doing a live stream on reaching level 50, and finally, after a couple of months, after I think a year, we finally did hit level 50 on stream. If you actually want to go check that out, just go find it somewhere. Okay, I'll actually leave a link in the description. And so, because I finally achieved this great achievement, I know the max level is 60, but it used to be 50, so whatever. Now that I finally reached level 50, I think it's about time we actually discuss the situation that's going on with this game. Now, it's very clear to see that a lot of players left this game. In most of the matches that I've played recently, there were mostly just bots and only a few players. The game is basically at the worst state that it's ever been in terms of how many players are playing it. And as for me personally, I haven't really been too consistent on the channel or with this game. And I haven't been consistent on the channel because this game really just has no solid ground, has no solid foundation, anything like that. It basically gives me no motivation to actually grind for weapons. And because the grind for a good weapon actually takes so long, like maybe 5 months even, it really just, in my opinion, isn't worth it. But basically, because I reached the ultimate goal that I actually wanted, I don't really have that big of a reason to continue making videos on this game like weekly. If I were to make videos, it would be weapon reviews, but then is that really interesting if the game itself isn't that great? If the system is opposing the players, if the game developers don't even care about us, I feel like it's just about that time for me to actually try out new games and kind of introduce new different things to the channel. And so I won't really be quitting this game. If something interesting does pop up, I'll obviously make a video on it. But I actually want to try making videos on other games. And so pretty much what we're going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be giving the ultimate review for this game. Since this is kind of like my last video, not really, but yeah. But anyways, hopefully you guys do enjoy the video. Make sure you leave a like, and if you're brand new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and yeah, let's get right into the review. Suck. Suck. Now, in World War Heroes, we have 8 systems that interact with each other and are kind of there in the game, and so we'll actually be discussing all of them one by one. And the first one that we are going to be talking about is equipment. Now, over in the bottom left corner, you have your equipment tab, which takes you, of course, to the screen where you can change your players, where you can equip a certain armor, where you can equip a certain weapon, where you have your grenades as well as your melee weapon, and also your medkits. Now, starting off with the simple one, you have your characters. You obviously obtain these through various methods. Some of them can be acquired with in-game currency, some of them through lottery, and some of them through various events. Moving on to the grenades, you can buy them with credits and gold. That's pretty much it. Moving over to medkits, you can also acquire these by purchasing them. Of course, there are various other methods you can get them as well, but that's not really important. Now over to the melee weapons, you have different ones. Some have specific ways to acquire them. Either you buy them with gold or real money, or through the lottery, but yeah, that's basically it. And then over to the armor, you have 5 individual classes which each have their own specific dedicated armor. Now each of them has 5 levels, and of course the higher tiered armor will have the more benefits, as well as increased stats for the ones over here in the corner. Now moving on to the main reason why we all play World War Heroes, the weapons. Now each weapon has a upgrade system where you can upgrade the damage, the fire rate, and the dispersion, although you do need weapon upgrade points as well as credits in order to upgrade them. And weapons also have their own sort of attachments that you can buy for them. They also have some camos as well as some keychains. That is pretty much the system. And now I'm going to talk about all the negatives that are in this equipment system. So the first one, the first clear obvious one, the low tier items compared to the higher tier ones are... there's a big imbalance between them, man. Whether it's the weapons, whether it's the armors, everything is just off about this system. It's basically designed in a way that makes you want to buy the weapon instead of taking months to actually grind for it. Because if you didn't know, most of the weapons, most of the good weapons in this game cost around 15,000 gold. In daily, you can get 350 to 400 or 500 gold. And if you actually calculate all that time together, it might take you about 3 to 5 months or even longer, depending on how much you do your contracts. You pretty much need to buy good armor, which is the max level one, which costs 10,000 gold, and you need to max upgrade it, which takes around 1,000 points, which might be 100,000 gold on its own. And then you need a good weapon, of course, which costs around 15,000 gold. And then for the attachments of these weapons, all the attachments for the weapons that cost 15 plus gold cost 4,000 gold. And so in order to get the max armor as well as a maxed out weapon, you'd need around 100,000 to 150,000 gold. And that's just so you can actually keep up in matches. And mind you, you can only get 300 to 500 gold per day. And so if you kind of do the calculations, that should take you about 2 years or 3 years to reach the max potential in this game. Which, is it worth it? No, not at all. And now moving on to the second system, we have quests. Now for quests, we have 3 sectors in it. You have your daily quests, which you have to complete all of these, and it kind of increases your rating in order to get the max amount of rewards. Now the max amount of gold that you do get from this is 60. You also have some additional rewards there, but they're not really that important. But yeah, moving on to the next one, we have the contracts. Now as for contracts, I think the max amount of gold that you can get from this is about 190 gold to 240 or 30. Sometimes the prices for the contracts change, but yeah. And as for the next one, we have the battle pass. Now these rewards kind of change and they're not always the same, and so it's not really reliable to depend on the battle pass for this specific calculation, but yeah. Overall, it's about 300 to 500 gold that you're getting daily from all of these 3 quests that you do have. Overall, I would say this system is pretty good. Now moving over to the third section, we have special cargo, which was actually implemented in the last update. And basically here you need keys to open any variety of chests. And after opening a specific amount, you then unlock this legendary chest, which can guarantee you some pretty good loot. Now, of course, the drop chance for the actual good items aren't really that high. And so to depend on this to actually unlock a weapon, you'd either have to have a lot of money or actually play a lot, because the only way to actually get these keys is to either get them through daily tasks, finishing matches, or you can buy them with real money. Those are the only options that you do have. Now, before this system was implemented, we had a chest system where you'd obtain different variety of chests. We had daily chests, we had legendary chests, and some other different things. And I did think that this new system that they implemented would be better than the old one. But now that it's actually here, this thing is utter garbage. Sure, the rewards are great and all that, but the fact that you can't even buy these things with gold, the keys don't cost gold. It's either you play the game or you basically buy the keys. This is the worst, one of the worst systems I've ever seen implemented in this game, man. Even if these keys did cost gold, it wouldn't really be that much better, although it would kind of give you a way to actually reach your goal that much faster. But now you have to grind how many matches you have to play. I really just hate these things, man. But anyways, moving over to our fourth system, which is the Battle Pass. Now the Battle Pass is kind of self-explanatory, because a lot of games have implemented Battle Passes, and so I don't really think I have to explain this. You complete certain tasks in order to kind of level up your tier, and as you go on, you get some better rewards. But of course, the rewards you get when you don't actually purchase the battle pass versus the premium rewards, there's obviously going to be a big difference, but all battle passes are like that, and so I think this is okay. The problem, however, lies with the rewards that we do get. If you compare the first seasons of the battle pass versus the recent seasons that we've been getting, they basically give less rewards. Normally, they would give us a free new weapon at the last stage and all that, but now, of course, everything's just going downhill. Most of the rewards that you do get here are very useless, and because you get so little of them, it doesn't really make that big of an impact on the account. But anyways, that's it for the battle pass. Moving on to our fifth category, we have the lottery. Now, the lottery, me personally, I like the lottery system. You pretty much acquire these tickets. There's different ways of getting them, but pretty much you can purchase these tickets with gold. And so even if you don't have a lot of them, you can pretty much just save and get either a new skin, or sometimes you also get new weapons and all that. Basically, the rewards differ, and so the lottery system is pretty much the only thing closest to being perfect, in my opinion. The only negative I kind of do have is the rewards that you do get in different lotteries isn't the same. Like before, we'd get a legendary voucher for a weapon camo. Although this is kind of just a me problem, the only vouchers that actually do matter to me is the ones that you actually do get for camos, because you can actually use them to unlock legendary camos for weapons. But of course, that's just a me problem, and so this system is pretty much fine in my opinion. Moving on to the next one, we have clans. Now, the clan system has always been the same. You have a clan where members join, and you have your clan skills which you can purchase, which actually increase different things, whether it be the damage, the reload speed, the health. You pretty much have different clan skills for different purposes. The clan system, in my opinion, is one of the things that brings the community together, and overall, I would say it is good, except for the skills. Now, if you are a low level player and you've recently just created a clan, you'd need a ton of gold in order to purchase all of these benefits that you get. Most of these clan skills impact everything that you do in a match, and so if you're not in a clan with all of these skills, you're pretty much missing out on everything. It's a pretty shady tactic as well, because you need gold not only to buy weapons, to buy armor, to upgrade armor, to buy attachments, but now you need gold as well to buy clan skills. Now, of course, it's not a must, but pretty much if you are not in a clan and you're not investing gold into that clan, you won't be able to actually reach your max potential with your weapons or in your matches. Now, moving on to the next system, we have the ratings. And I'm pretty sure everyone forgot about this because it really just doesn't matter that much anymore. Now, with the rating system, it's pretty much self-explanatory. You have kills, experience, gold, victories, and time in battle. And depending on how much you actually do, you have a total ranking of where you are in the server. But yeah, now this system is fine. It's not really a system to be considered. Although, one thing that I do have a problem with, or not even a problem, but a thing that they could have implemented with this system is they could have given gold to players who get higher ranks. Let's say if you're in the top 10 for a certain category, you get maybe 10,000 gold or something like that. And then the lower ranking you get, the lower rewards you get. That would pretty much push players to play a bit more. And it's kind of a system that already exists in Marvel Contest of Champions, which is a really good game, by the way. And I think they could also implement this in the clans. Whichever clan has a higher rating could also get a certain amount of gold in a monthly period or weekly period, however they want to make that system. But that is just one of the missed opportunities, in my opinion, that they could have gone with. But moving on to the last system. Now, in the last system, we have squads. Now, squads is kind of a newer addition into the game. You can pretty much play with your friends or anyone that you want to play with. Now, overall, the system is good. You can play with your friends and all, and you also have ways of communicating with them. Unfortunately, though, There's no communication system, and I wouldn't really say this is a disadvantage because it might make the game lag more and all that. It does have its downsides, but what I would like to see implemented in this is a voice chat. It would be fun to hear the reactions of your enemies, your opponents, your teammates, and all that, and would just make for more interesting gameplay. But of course, that is just a suggestion and doesn't really affect things too much. But those are all the categories that this game is pretty much split into. And overall, all these systems come together and make World War Heroes what it is. Now, in terms of what it achieves, it's not much. It's definitely not positive for the player base. The biggest thing that, of course, does impact the player is the equipment. And because the system is set up in such a way that it mostly benefits the developers rather than the whole community, yeah. Of course, if you do want to hear my opinion on most of these things, I pretty much made a lot of videos talking about the situation in World War Heroes. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the video, man. Those are all the points, all the categories spoken about. And with this, I say goodbye to World War Heroes. Not forever, of course. Like I said, if something does pop up, I will make a video on it. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. It's been a fun experience, man. And the thing that's been keeping me pushing for 4 or 5 years is always gonna be you guys, man. The comments that I keep getting, the support and the love that you guys show, man, it always makes my day. But anyways, I hope I can keep entertaining you guys and keep making entertaining content. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like. And if you're brand new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Maybe we can get some more. Only have 15 seconds left. Come on, come on. Oh, come. Bro, the thing, it's lagging like crazy. And that is our last kill for level 50, man. Woo! Let's go. And we are first, finally. I can get 50 kills with a Nambo 14. That's impossible. Ooh, we get 400 gold? I could have sworn they nerfed this, bruh. Wow.